You're tuned in to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and you're joining us for an incredibly special and monumental moment in WMSC history. The final show that every student awaits to speak on air, share their stories one last time. We're here on a semi-beautiful morning, Wednesday, June 2nd, Hump Day. And we are honoring our seniors, or more so, soon to be graduates, as they walk in just a few days. My name is Kaya Maciak, the current station manager, and the person behind the soundboard making this happen is Kenny Horn, our current Morning Buzz producer. Hi, Kenny.
Hi, I'm scared to mess up. I'm in front of a bunch of people that are about to graduate. They're better than me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really excited
And
to
I
be
mean,
here.
I'm already messing up because I don't know how to. Ooh, do not disturb. Take off my notifications. Perfect. Okay. Because I don't know if you guys were hearing the messaging. Anyway, before we introduce our seniors as they wait anxiously on the other end, I just want to take a moment to congratulate each senior for being incredibly brave and patient for handling this past year and what is one of the most challenging times in our lifetime. And and you guys are the one and only class of 2021. So, and I hope that the resilience that you earned will serve you throughout your journey. No one said it's going to get easier from this point on, but you are more than capable of handling the curveballs that will be thrown at you because you are WMSC strong. Yes, that was cringy. Kenny, do you have anything to say?
Yeah,
Any
of course I do.
remarks?
I have. I feel like I could talk forever about them. All these people that we have on today, even if I haven't met you, they've affected me in some way because as much as I am now the producer for Morning Buzz, I haven't been here all that long. I've been here for 2 semesters and now going through a summer. So I've been really affected by all of these people, and I'm very thankful to be able to talk to them. And they really have set the pace for me to be able to do what I do. So I'm really looking forward to talking to everybody.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but it's gonna be incredibly emotional. I've listened to the senior send-offs, in the past 2 years of my time here, and every single person that comes in here, I mean, WMC gravitates and literally pulls such incredible and genuine people, just one of a kind that you
They're
won't
all
find
so
anywhere else.
good.
So I think it's time to introduce our seniors, right? I mean, they're here. You guys can turn on your cameras with each person that I introduce. Hi, Philippe. You can go first. So
Wait, Kaya, real quick.
yeah, yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Not Philippe, you may go.
Nice job. Nice job. Yeah, so Philippe has dedicated his time to the morning buzz with his equally hilarious friend, Tara Cicchetti, and he is also the host of The Silent Planet. And Philippe, we have a little surprise for you.
You're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. My name is Philippe Costa. Don't you ever forget that, or there will be consequences. And this is The Silent Planet, where I bring you the best rock and roll, punk rock. What did I even just say?
Punk rock. I wish you people at home could have seen the Zoom call as soon as that song came on.
I wish you people at home could see us when we were in the studio, because we do that in the studio too.
Oh yeah.
Behind the board, some twerp came on, some breakbot came on, anything that was funky, and I'd be going crazy. I'd look like a maniac. Even after I graduate, I'm gonna just be like pull into WMSC. You ever seen that one gif of the coach walking into the locker room and he's like old white guy kind of crouching down and then he jumps in and it's like that's gonna be me. The difference between the weekend shows here at WMSC and the normal week shows is that each slot has its own theme. For example, so there's slots for news, there's slots for sports, there's slots for alternative, there's slots for EDM, there's slots for this and for that. During the week is all the specialty shows where basically people will play whatever they want, which again, I'm here to play my own music, and I know very much that I lean in the alternative rock section. I lean in rock and roll punk. But there's so much on my phone and in my playlists and on my YouTube. No, listen to some K-pop, listen to some just regular pop, listen to some rap and hip hop.
Do what you want. Do what you want. That's punk. That's what rock and roll is about.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been The Silent Plan. I've been your host, Philippe Costa. We will see you next week with a new episode and new music. But yeah, see ya, everybody.
That was Philippe. Woo!
Wow. Didn't expect that at all. Hold on.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say?
Can you-
And any opening remarks?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes,
we
I
hear
can.
you.
Okay, I was having problems with the audio box. Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. It's been a minute at least since I've been in studio or anything. So
A few minutes.
you know, it's
Yeah.
I was introduced to WMSC before I was even a student here, with Tara. She had her own show around the time Annabella first joined the station. And then, from there, when I finally got on campus, I'm like, let me give this a shot. She'll be fun. And then that was fall 2016, 4 years later, graduating fall 2020. And yeah, I mean, speaks for itself in terms of how long I stuck around. I clearly enjoyed my time here, clearly met some great people, both people here with me now in terms of the other seniors, people that are still at the station, and then people that have, come and gone in the past. So yeah, I mean, it's very bittersweet. I'll give it that.
And trust me, we still have an hour long of bittersweet nostalgia. My goal is to make every single person in this call cry. I'm totally kidding.
No, you're not.
But
You're not kidding.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, we know.
Annabella is texting and she's like, great. And we know Annabella, she is a teddy bear. So I can't wait until she turns her camera on. But Philippe, stick around. We'll move on to the next person. Let's go to Tyler Stampone. I mean, he was the host of the famous The Rock Block. The one and only Tyler Stampone. How are you, dude?
How you doing, Kai? I'm good, thank you.
Hey, I gotta say right now while we're on air, I'm sorry for almost preempting your show on the last day. You didn't deserve that. Your great show. And I have a special surprise for you. And it was when I was going through some of your shows, I went all the way back to I don't know, man, February, that you have just incredible mic quality and you carry yourself so well on air. And it's pretty awesome. I wish I listened to your show more.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned into the Rock Block with your host, Tyler Stampone. And guys, I'm so excited to be a part of the kickoff event this year for World College Radio Day. Deck the halls, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to the very, very special Halloween edition of the Rock Block. You already know it because I told you last week. I know you were listening. Don't lie to me. I know you were listening. The Election Day special of the Rock Block. I'm your host, Tyler Stampone. Of course, you already knew that, and I'm coming to you from the remote bunker, the remote election bunker. Now, guys, I just want to preface this really quick. I am pre-recorded this evening. I do not know the results of the election. I was trying to figure out, I was asked to make my show this week College Radio Day themed. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, what can I do to celebrate the spirit of college radio and college altogether? And what I've come up with for tonight's show is a little riff on a playlist where we're going to be going through some rock anthems and songs that you would hear at sporting events, other college functions. Pretty much, if you haven't heard one of these songs, you've never gone to a public function ever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The series finale of the Rock Block is here. I, of course, am your host, Tyler Stampone. And it gives me both pain and pleasure, I suppose, to say this is the end. Well, all right, guys. I don't even know what to say at this point. Is this the part where I thank the Academy? I thank Mom and Dad? I thank everyone at the station? I don't know. What do I do here, guys? Well, okay, yes. Let's thank the Academy. Let's thank Mom and Dad. Let's thank my Noma, Pop, Grandma Judy. Let's thank everybody there. Thank you, WMSC, for letting me do the show. It's been a pleasure, a joy, the occasional frustration. I will keep rocking on, and I hope all of you do too. So for the last time, this has been the Rock Block. This has been Tyler Stampone on WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey, signing off.
Tyler! Woo! Hey there.
Thank you for making that.
Yeah, of course. You are literally so funny. I honestly wish that I like I said, I wish that I listened to all of your shows more. Not that I was program
thank you.
director or anything.
That's okay. Well, I can just only say it's as I've said on the show, it was such a pleasure doing it. I thank you for the comment about being funny. I kind of don't try to do that. It's a natural thing. But the one person I'd really like to thank is my mother, and I know she's listening. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Miss Stampone.
Yes,
Hi.
she is the basically the main and pretty much only reason I joined the radio station at college. She did college radio a very short while ago, and I just thought it'd be funny to do it too. And I didn't know I'd end up hosting a show for my entire time. I did the little training program the first semester I was here, which was 4 years ago. And then the next semester I started doing a show at 10 at night, mind you. And it's just evolved so much. And we had the whole remote version, which was pretty funny to do. And another joy of mine was getting to be a trainer and training some of the people that are currently and will soon take over the station. So I'm proud to have played a part in shaping their sort of tenures at the station as well. So I'm just so thankful. Thanks, guys.
One of the things that I left out because it didn't meet the time cut was your special thanks to Ryan and Tim for being occasional guests. So another shout out to them if they're listening.
Yes, I would shout them out as well. I think I think during my time in college, I kind of sort of evolved from being I wouldn't say I'm such an introverted person or an extroverted person, but being an only child, being by myself a lot, I think so you understand. I tend to enjoy solidarity, and but speaking on air, for some reason it came to me very naturally, and I think it really helped me sort of be more of a socializer, more of a talker. And so having guests on the show, those two were the most frequent, and my father came in once or twice. And just having them there to be able to talk and converse on the show beyond playing the music, it really gave me the full experience. And I think overall my time, for various reasons, will help me more in life than I probably could realize right now.
Yeah, Tyler, shout out to both Mr. and Miss Stampone, but save a little bit of that for later because we're still asking you guys some questions.
Oh, I thought we were giving the whole life
No,
story.
not yet. You have to now, as we go through the next seniors, gonna have to start thinking of more answers. We're going more in depth. Like I said, everyone is crying today.
I'll think of something.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna move on to the next senior or soon to be graduate, and that is Brian Crespo. He is the host of A Blast from the Past, and he scored an interview with Kurt Travis and many more. It is the one and only Brian Crespo. Turn on your camera, man. How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys? How's everything?
Perfect.
Great. Brian, I'm so happy to talk to you. I've been on your
I've
show a
had-
couple times. I'm happy to talk to you.
Kenny's been on my show a couple of times. I've had a couple of people on the show.
Aw, that's so cute. Well, I have a surprise for you also, Brian. You ready?
All right.
All right.
And 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You're listening to A Blast from the Past, and I am your host, Brian Crespo. 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You're listening to A Blast from the Past, and I'm your host, Brian Crespo. Welcome back to another edition of the show.
Welcome back to another edition of A Blast from the Past. I am your host, Brian Crespo, and this week, I'm getting better and better with these guests, man. I'm telling you, shoot your shot, folks. Shoot your shot. I'm going to go out with a banger. 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You're listening to A Blast from the Past, in which is, unfortunately, my final show for the semester and possibly my college radio career. But no worries. We're going to end out with a banger today. Folks, for those who follow me, I've been following me for the past 2 years, probably 2.5, I'm not sure. I've been doing mostly within scene music, and I always wanted to have both of them, but I'm happy with one half. But still, I'm fortunate to have them. So I'm welcomed today by the legendary Sam of State of the Scene podcast. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that intro.
This has been a blast from the past. So, guys, be rock solid right now. Kurt, thank you.
No problem, man. Yeah, anytime.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Take care and stay safe.
And this has been Blast from the Past, folks. I'm your host, Brian Crespo, and I will see you all next week. Take care.
Stay rock solid, Brian. That was my favorite phrase.
Yeah, it was a Dance Gavin Dance pun, so I think it fitted well for that interview.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things that you were throwing out was hilarious. Brian, I mean, do you have any opening remarks? Anything that you'd like to say? Messages. I
Sorry
can't.
about that. So opening remarks.
Are you at work, Brian?
I'm currently right now with my students on their brain break.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
so side note.
dedication.
So side note. I'm also a substitute teacher. So.
Oh, cool. What subject?
Elementary school.
Oh, that's so cute. I could hear them.
I know. Yeah.
I hear all of them.
I was doing so many things during my college radio career. I was doing work. I was doing this. Sometimes I record it even from school.
Man, I see all of them in the background. I just want to say hi to them.
Shoulder.
I mean, we'll come back to you when it's a little bit, more
little less hefty.
less hectic as elementary school is. But
no, I got time.
Yeah, you got time? That's good.
I got time.
We need your time. We need everyone's time. And moving on to the next senior. I mean, Kenny, you take it away. I mean, I've been talking too much.
Our next senior is George Jam Gochin, who I heavily associate with my time at WMSC. When I first started doing the Morning Buzz, my first time ever on air for anything, he was the one to send me the link in the script, and it was kind of like I felt like being a part of the station. And George, I want you to know that. So we are joined. I combined his name with the word joined. We are joined by George Jam Gochin. George, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I am so excited to talk to you.
Thank you very much, Kenny.
So, do you want to tell us, your opening remarks, or?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, this is this really means a lot to see you and Kaya again, and hopefully maybe one more year. But hold on a second. Can you guys hear me? Is my audio good?
Yeah, we got you. Okay. Don't worry.
Awesome. Just making sure. But yeah, I've had so many awesome memories at WMSC. I'm gonna date myself. I'm so old that my first ever WMC meeting was at Dixon Hall, which is like, nobody goes there anymore. But I feel I feel like that. If you want, if I wanted to get involved in something, radio was definitely the quickest thing, and also the coolest thing, because I wanted to try something that I haven't done before. And with radio, I mean, Studio A always looks very, it's like it makes me feel right at home with all the posters on the wall, the sample logs, the turntables, the mics. um but you know what, I will be back one day, and when that day comes, it's gonna be amazing. You have no
Yes.
idea.
It's gonna be soon, George.
You're always
I'm
welcome
telling you.
back.
If you're not, we're gonna come to you.
So
And-
George, we have I would say a surprise for you, but I'm pretty sure you know exactly what we're gonna do. So Kaya, take it away.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Buzz. I'm George Jamgocian. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Buzz. I'm George Jamgocian. We have a job to do. Let's get down to business. Dun, da, da. If you're in Hawaii, it's hard to feel not happy. Hula dancing, and you can spend time by the beach. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Glad you could join us here on the Morning Buzz. My name is George Jamgocian, and Facebook. Hi, Facebook. New Jersey, which received a total of 64.10 points, has the lowest share of adult depression compared to West Virginia, which is the highest, the study says. New Jersey, tied with New York, also reportedly has the lowest suicide rate and the third lowest divorce rate. Now, Ryan Trick, our producer, says, I feel like New Jersey is known for its bad traffic, high blood pressure, and Italians. And high blood pressure, I mean, yes, I could see, with all the cannolis shops and all the bakeries and all that stuff. Well, you know what? I like my cannolis. I love cannolis. They're a great dessert. Please, have a good day, stay safe, and eat your vitamins. All you need is peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. The classic Ringo philosophy, peace and love. And I want to say, if Morning Buzz, if the WMSC is not on your radio, then your radio really is none. Guys, once again, I'm George Jamgocian. I want to see everyone from the radio station again. I miss you guys.
George, can you explain that quote? What is it? If the radio is none.
Oh yeah, if
I
WMC
love
is not on
that.
radio, then your radio really isn't on. So I actually I got that from, there was a famous DJ back in the 70s named Frankie Crocker, who was part of WBLS, and my dad listened to him in the 70s. He'd play all this, the OJs, the Spinners, Gladys Knight, disco, R&B. And so he turned me on to, my dad turned me on to Frankie Crocker. I listened to his old shows, and I'm like, this sounds cool. And then he signed off with, if Frankie Crocker is on your radio, then your radio really isn't on. And that's where I got it from. And at the end of every show, he played a song called Moody's Mood for Love, and that's what I did with my show. So, some old school radio, and that's my ode to it.
It's that, and it's the Russian accent. And we're going down on a Thursday.
Kaya.
What?
That was not a Russian accent in that video.
That was
audio thing.
Liverpool.
That was Kaya. He said Ringo. That's the Beatles. Beatles are from England. That is common knowledge, Kaya. Seriously. You are literally the station manager of a music radio station.
Well, if you say it like that, thank you. My confidence just boosted through the roof. Anyway, before I do more harm, George, thank you so much for coming on here today, and stick around because we are going to be asking you guys a couple of questions. So, start thinking of those answers, whatever those answers are to those questions that you don't know of. Yes, that makes sense. That is my phrase. But the next person I would like to introduce is Haley Rooney. Hi, Haley. She is our previous digital marketing director and has been a loyal member of the digital marketing team since I joined the station. I would always see her in the office, by the whiteboard, and Molly and Alyssa were planning stuff, and Haley was always there. And, sometimes it was just Haley, but she was there. And I didn't know this about you, but you actually transferred in fall of 2019. And you're also a communication media arts major like me. That's pretty awesome.
I am, yeah. I transferred in the fall of 2019, and I remember when I toured Montclair the first time, I was in the School of Comm, which just opened, and I remember seeing signs for College Radio Day, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. So I started following WMSC on Instagram, and then I knew I wanted to join this station as soon as I transferred in. I remember going to the first meeting of the semester, and there were so many people packed into the little fishbowl, and I'm very shy, I'm very introverted, but I just felt comfortable right away with everyone. Like I didn't know anyone, but they were still coming up to me and talking to me, like asking what teams I wanted to join. And that's just really how it is at WMSC. Like everyone's so welcoming and so helpful to figure out what you want to do. So I really appreciated that.
Once you go to WMSC, you can't turn back.
No, yeah, you're stuck.
Takes you in, and you're just like, organizations on campus besides WMSC. What is that? What?
Yeah.
There's no
what
such
else would
thing.
you want?
So Haley, you haven't actually been on air too much, but I managed to pull this piece. It was it was called Questions for Patrina, and it was about an article that Patrina was writing, and that is the current digital marketing director now. So it's a little bit more sentimental, but you talk about your senior experience, and I think it's something that we all need to reflect on. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Haley Rooney, and I'm the Digital Marketing Director at WMSC and a current senior at Montclair State University living on campus. I currently live in Fenwick Hall in the Village at MSU. Right now, resident students are frustrated with res life and the policies they are enforcing. With the current situation, I think that the school is only thinking about themselves and not the students, especially the ones on campus. It's kind of lonely on campus, and I feel like I lost a whole year of my college experience. Personally, this past school year has been tough. I transferred to MSU last fall, and I made a few friends before COVID started and we went remote. I thought coming back to campus last fall would be somewhat normal and I would be able to meet more people here. I have a feeling that Montclair will require students to get the COVID vaccine in the fall 2021 semester, especially the ones living on campus. They required students to get the flu shot in the fall of 2020, so I don't think it'll be much different. As a senior graduating this semester, I really hope that things are better for students next school year. This past school year, especially the spring semester, was really tough and not that enjoyable on campus. I hope that the school listens to its students moving forward and makes this an enjoyable place to live and come to classes.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a real part of this year, was the fact that we were all isolated at one point by ourselves, last year of school. And you kind of nailed that in your questions for that article regarding the policies that were enforced during the semester. See, I choked up because yeah. So, I mean, we definitely going to ask you guys a question related to that. And I feel like we can all kind of dive into that a little bit deeper, but that was awesome. And it's nice to see you on air. It's nice to hear you on air too. You have a very nice voice, Haley.
Thank you. I was definitely a more behind the scenes person, and I enjoyed that. That's what I like doing. But so a little bit on air is good.
All right. So our next senior, and again, Kenny has worked very close with this senior. So I think only to do this person justice is to have Kenny introduce this next person.
I'm so excited. Amanda Marino, she's the person who taught me what to do and, more importantly, what not to do as a Morning Buzz producer. And she has affected me huge about my journey in the radio station, and I am so happy to welcome her for the senior send-off. Amanda, please come on. What is up?
Show thyself.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
The headphones.
Amanda taught me the
Thank you.
board. That's right. I wouldn't be.
Hey, that was a story too. He learned the last week that I was at the station, but he did it and he passed and he's good. He's good to go. He's gonna rock it, and he has been rocking it because from the moment I left, which was only a few weeks ago, Kenny and Kyle went full force into the next semester for the summer, and they have been killing it.
So do you listen to the Morning Buzz still?
Of course.
And
of
you like
course.
wake up like clockwork? Do you feel like, you're
Oh,
like, oh,
that's never gonna go away now, I think, because I like got so used to waking up super early, and now like my alarm, I'm like, wait, my alarm doesn't even have to go off anymore because I'm like, oh, wait, why am I up at this hour? I don't have the buzz anymore, and yet I'm still getting up. But yeah, it was such a huge part of being at the station for me, obviously, and yeah.
So Amanda, we have something for you as well. You ready?
No, I'm not.
All right, let's go.
Cry,
Let's go to it.
Cry.
Good morning, all. You are listening to the Morning Buzz, and we have a great show full of news and entertainment. Good morning. You're listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, New Jersey. The whole like money thing, obviously theater has its own economy. I wasn't even just noting theater though. I was definitely saying like arts in general, like a lot of films and stuff had to be postponed, and that's a whole economy right there, is film production and things like that. And it was important to note too that I know Governor Murphy also tweeted yesterday that there was never really a capacity on outdoor dining, and that was something that people I guess were questioning because they're like, oh, we can only have a certain amount of people. It's like as long as people are distanced, you're allowed to have your decent amount of people. Thank you for everyone for tuning into this edition of the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, New Jersey. Good morning. You're listening to the Morning Buzz here. Like, I don't know if we look back last year, and maybe it was because we had a lot of other things still starting to happen with the coronavirus, that I felt like last year was a very mild winter. Like, I felt like I was wearing my spring jacket all the way in March and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Good morning, all. I hope it's a good morning for everyone out there. My name is Amanda Marino. For anyone that missed the beginning of the show, this is my last Tuesday edition of the Morning Buzz, where I'll be hosting. I just want to thank you guys for a great semester. I hope you guys all finish finals well, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with the Buzz. Hi, Amanda.
I want to thank because you just said you messaged in our chat thing on Zoom that Kenny edited this.
Yes.
Kenny, thank God you didn't go back to my show.
I wanted to, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it.
Kenny, you could have asked me. I could have sent you some When Sparks Fly. I could have sent you a promo.
Goodness, that would have
that.
Watch out! I can pull it up right now.
So that would have had me but yeah, that was awesome. Thank you so much for that. It was a little trip down memory lane a little bit. So thank you, Kenny and Kaya, for that.
Of course. And wow, it's already 10:35. Wow, that went by so fast, and we still have so much to do. But our last person is the one and only, the station, Josh, aka Josh. Joshua Torado, the station. He was a news team member and then went into production, programming, and then, station manager. And no big deal. He's one of the reasons why we won Best College Radio Station in the nation, and also took the award of Best Program Director as well. What's up? How are you?
Hello. Don't forget best use of sound effects.
Oh, best use of sound effects for WMSC Rewind.
Diminish my resume right there.
Uh-huh.
Hello, it is I, Josh, aka Josh. This is the earliest I've been up in about a week or two. So I'm here.
Yay, and you're awake. So I was thinking, right? So you're the station. So can I be the manager?
No, the station is an independent nickname. Kind of like the mountain.
I just call myself the manager. No, okay.
You got to earn that nickname though.
No, because I thought we were the dynamic. Anyway, so I also have a surprise for you. And I was doing some soul searching and through the Google Drive, and I found a file called Josh Anniversary from freshman year. Let's just take a listen, guys.
Hi, my name is Joshua Torado. I'm Assistant Production Director here at WMSC. I want to do that again. Hold up. Hi, my name is Joshua Torado. No, that's wrong too. Hi, my name is Joshua Torado. I am a senior at Montclair State University studying television and digital media with a concentration in audio and sound design. Hi, my name is Joshua Torado. I'm Assistant Production here at WMSC, and WMSC means a lot to me. I'm only a freshman here at Montclair State University. I've only been here for 2 semesters, but still, I don't know where I would be without it.
Everyone here is so kind and accepting. It's honestly a family, you know? Like, I don't know where I was going with that.
Hey, you're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, where music stays cool. Cooler than a dog on a skateboard. Okay, I take that back, but we're still pretty cool.
And you know, there's so many great people here. I've only been here, I keep saying I've only been here. There's so many great people here that I didn't get a chance to know since I'm only a freshman. But I'm already feeling sad that they're gone. Mike Grippa, Mike Stringham, Sam Flesher. I was just going to start naming all the seniors, but I don't know them. Gina Backery, Austin Resnick. They're all such nice people. I'm going to miss them so much. We'll be back like before. We will start to stream and so much more. For your love, for your praise. And we'll be broadcasting for days. When we're on, I'll be glad. So tune in to 90.3 WMSC. I can't wait for 2020 to be over. What was the first rhyme again? Happy anniversary, WMSC. I love you.
Yeah.
Josh, can I play something as a memory of you?
Sure. Oh yeah, the air horns. That's in there because of me. You know. Ah,
Josh, what's the
there's a lot
rhyme?
of cringe in there. What was the rhyme? It was something morning buzz. It was a
Ah.
joke. I read it and wrote it in the script because it fit the syllables, and I thought it was funny. And I think Annabella tried to edit it because she didn't think that was what I was actually gonna say.
But he did it anyway.
I did it anyway because it was funny. It's like, haha, something morning buzz, because it kind of breaks the fourth wall. It's a little funny. But
Yeah,
you know,
I wanted you to say it in person on the Morning Buzz, you know? So,
well, you
anyway.
I
what's
sing it
up?
once, that's it. I'm glad you found those early things. Every year it shows you that every year you'll be forced to record some sappy thing for the anniversary, even though you don't really know the people. You're gonna be forced to record it, and you heard some of my flub ups.
You forgot your
From the
name.
beginning, I was very particular of what I wanted, and I used to spend a lot of time in the recording, making sure everything sounded right. And I put in a lot of hard work and dedication.
Can I ask you a question, Josh? This is something
No.
I've been wondering for a while.
No, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Where did Josh, aka Josh, come from?
Oh, where did that come from? I've explained this. Similar to George's homage to radio, mine was an homage to YouTube, which influenced me a lot growing up. YouTuber I used to watch, he just he called himself that, his name, aka his name, and he got that just because it was a stupid joke, and I was like, yeah, that is a stupid joke. It's funny, so I'm gonna say it. And then I think I said that on my ADJ test, and the music director at the time, Austin Resnick, he was like, "Oh, that's very funny." And I was like, "Is it?" So then I kept saying it, and then everybody started calling me that.
There was a lot more that I had to trim out, but there were a lot of laughs and there was a lot of it's lit all the time. I think that was like your thing, and you kept calling everyone dog too. I was like, wow, freshman Josh. I would have wanted to meet you.
My Randy Jackson phase.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, please turn your cameras on. We've been through every single senior in this call, I believe. Yeah, Brian's in a classroom. That's pretty awesome.
Of course, man. Education first, guys. Education first.
Right. In a suit and tie. Tyler has his whole getup. Philippe has green headphones. That's pretty awesome. I'm here boring with silver ones. Annabella Poland is here also. How incredible. So we have 18 minutes left. And I kept hyping up this question. So here's the deal. I'm going to ask you a question and everyone's going to say it in a couple of words, keep it short. I know we're radio people and we can't really keep things short, but I think we could try. So here's the question. If there was like one takeaway, and obviously, consider the global pandemic, it happened, it's here still. What is the one takeaway that you have from your last year at MSU and WMSC. Whoever would like to go first, just go for it.
I honestly,
Professor Brian, what's up?
Professor Brian, okay. I think the one thing I can just take away is just, it was one thing I could take away from WMSC was the fact that I got to bond with so many people I didn't know. And I think it brought me closer actually to those virtually, like with you, for example, like even if it was like, hey, I'm going to send you my show late, like, sorry, but still it brought me closer to you. So I think like the fact that I think it brought me more, it communicated me more, and I think it taught me a lesson and like reach out to others, because you never know. Just try to reach out and just try to reach out and do the best that you can do.
Deadlines, man. Deadlines. Say hi to the teacher behind you. I could hear someone speaking.
No, that's just the computer, actually.
Oh, that's the computer? Oh, he's
Yeah.
like, I'm teaching this classroom in automation right now. I'm behind this computer. Yeah, cool, Brian. Oh, who would like to go next?
For me, I think the biggest thing that I took out of this last year, I know I wasn't here for this semester, but we'll ignore that, is that we really can do anything. We can really, if we put our minds to it, we can do that. I mean, onset of the pandemic, we took a break for a little bit, and through the help of, everyone at the station, plus Annabella, plus Adam, we kept going on air. We were still on air. We had Annabella working from home and working from the studio in the office. We had Adam in the studio. I mean, I don't think we would have been anywhere without the two of them. And then the rest of us, once we finally were able to go in and actually be in studio and still wake up every morning, still get on Zoom, put it together, shows not just the station, but all of us as a whole, all of us that are still going to be here, all of us that are graduating out, all of us that have come before. I mean, we can do a lot more than we can realize. And to be able to kind of show that through the pandemic really shows, I think we can handle whatever comes next.
Hashtag WMSC strong. We need to use that. I know it's cringy. Annabella's like looking at me like I have two heads. I mean,
she's been trying to do this for like 2 years. Don't
I
let her. Now
love
that she
it,
has
guys. What's
now
wrong
that she
with the
has the
hashtag?
platform of being station manager, she thinks she can push it forward.
It's her plan
I
all
will
along.
come
She's the
back
station manager to
and
get
smite
it.
you. All
I
right.
took station manager. Wait, I worked my way up to station manager for that hashtag.
Just so
yeah.
she can use WMSC strong. Absolutely not.
You know what? I'm gonna do a feature. All right, and I'm gonna send it to Josh Torado and have you judge it.
I'm not gonna listen to it.
That's fine. You listen. You listen to it. I know you're my friend. Amanda.
I was just gonna say, like, with going off of what Philippe said, like, I mean, most of my whole college radio experience, and this is really sad to say, was virtual. I was there 4 weeks before the pandemic really hit, and obviously it was in studio and in the office and stuff, during the pandemic and stuff. But I feel like being on virtual and having to handle communication through Discord and through text message and having to not the ability to be in person with everybody made it like more of a challenge, but also rewarding, because I feel like it helped us grow more as people and build more skills going forward. Like, now entering into the job field, like I get to explain to people that we took a show live 5 days a week during the middle of a pandemic, and we were still getting an audience and managing all that kind of stuff. So I think that's like something that not everybody could say they could do. And I feel like it wasn't easy, but it was definitely something that I think, even if we continue doing radio or not, it's something that you can continue on with and help make you grow as a person and an individual. So
one of the things that persisted was Morning Buzz. After the, during spring break, when the pandemic hit, the summertime, that was literally the show of the Morning Buzz. That was one of the things that we knew that we can count on and was carrying our station through, right? It was keeping our station alive, and it had a lot to do with you and Ryan, Amanda. You guys persisted. So a great thank you to you guys. We'll never forget your work at all. And everyone will always know you as the pandemic Morning Buzz heroes, right?
We'll also say being virtual and especially I think Kai, you were mentioning it earlier of being alone, like in that first few months of like really there was nothing going on. We were able to build this connection. Like I got really close with Philippe and George here, like doing online stuff, and like I never really met them in person. I still never really met them in person. But like, and that's crazy to think about. But I feel like I have a whole relationship with you guys because we met online and we were able to make a show together each day and each week. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful because I feel like some of these relationships are relationships I'll have with you guys for a while, for a long time. So thank you.
Make sure to exchange phone numbers, guys, LinkedIn requests, everything. Now is your chance. Drop it
You
in
just
the
gotta
chat
run
below.
into each other at a Foo
When I
Fighters
think of
concert.
friend-
That's it.
When I think of friendship, I think of
Yes.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, George is next. George, what's up? I have to stop saying that. George, you're next.
Yeah, so I would say that one of the things I took away was just learning how to work together because I was fortunate enough to be part of the SMT my sophomore year and just learning how to, just go off of a symbiotic relationship, even if, you're working with someone in a different position, just trying to work together and communicating and how important it is to make something work. And I was fortunate enough to work with some awesome people on the sports team my freshman year, and they sort of helped me get prepared for what I would do as a sports announcer, play-by-play announcer, and also just you never really realize the amount of fun you have in 4 years. Like it's just like I mean I'm gonna remind Josh of the Shadow Realm when we did the Yu-Gi-Oh battle at like 4 a.m. That was a lot of fun. But look, the station it was the perfect outlet for working together and also getting started in something. And I definitely think that it helped me out in the long run, just like it might have helped some of you out.
Preach, George. Absolutely. Look at that smile. I need to see your face more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope that next semester is going to be different and that, I don't want to declare you guys alumni as yet, but, that we're going to see each other no matter what. If that means that we're all going to be in a great big lawn on Montclair State campus, it's going to happen. And just know that, we're going to see each other soon, and that's all I want to say because I'm going to start getting emotional myself. And that is not the rule. No. But yes, oh my gosh, it's already 10:50. Wow. Who would like to go next? We have a couple of seniors here. I'm going to start calling people out. Brian.
Haley said she would go after George.
Who?
Haley did.
Haley, go for it, girl.
Okay, it was kind of similar to what George had to say with teamwork, but this whole team is so dedicated to what any work that they had. There was always something going on that everyone would work so hard on, and it was just like awesome seeing that. Like I've never met such a hardworking group of individuals before, and like it was awesome to be a part of that. I love promoting everyone's shows and interviews and all the events happening because there was so much like passion behind everything. It was just awesome to see, and I can't wait to see like what happens in the future with you guys.
Thank you,
Right.
Haley.
Thank you, Haley. Go ahead, Tyler.
Well, for me, it was always about expressiveness, and I think that's a very important word that I think a lot of you can consider. Whether to me, the only thing that, from my perspective, that really happened in regards to COVID was I lost the spontaneity that was a live show, and I really had to think about what it was I was doing, saying, playing on air. But I always tried to kind of retain the core of what I thought the show would be, and what I thought my contribution to the radio station could be. And I it's just crazy to think. And I said this earlier, that I think each of us we don't realize we're all very young, 20 somethings, I'm sure. And I think 20 years down the line, we might recall a memory from the radio station, something we did, someone we met, and it will have shaped us in some way. And I'm very excited to find the moment back in the future.
And I feel like it'll come in like blips. Like it'll be very random. Like you are probably just going through your day and out of nowhere, a popsicle reminds you of something that you talked about on your show or an interaction you had with someone. Like I don't think it's something where, I mean, unless you're actively like sitting there and you're like, let me think about my time at WMSC. I feel like, it's going to come in blips and it's going to come at random moments. And it means that it literally impacted you and that what you did was right, and it was real. So yeah, man. I feel like that'll be the same thing with you guys too. I'll just be like, and Kenny and I for sure, and Annabella will probably be on campus next semester, and we'll be like, that reminds us of Amanda, that reminds us of Josh. Like that's something that like George would do, you know what I mean? So Josh is our last person to answer this question, and then we'll move on to our next segment.
Should I go now? Is that my introduction? Oh, I can't even talk.
The station speaks.
Yes, I am the station. My little takeaway, especially from the last year, I would definitely say to enjoy the minutia. I'm gonna use some big words now. If you need to look it up, go ahead. Minutia. The little things, every little detail, because a lot of this is looking back, hindsight. Looking back, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this, or oh, this was fun, this was fun. I know George mentioned the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm is still on YouTube, I believe, under like Javier's account. I was listening to it before the last anniversary, and I was listening to it, and every couple minutes or so there was another joke that I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that, because it's like 2 years now, whether it be Gluten Gang, all those kinds of stuff that I had completely forgot about. But in the moment it was the funniest and it was the most. And I think that's what it's all about: having fun, enjoying what you do, really loving what you do, and living in the minutia.
Josh, what does minutia mean?
It's like the little things.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I
Like
wasn't
little
sure.
details.
And Kenny, that's exactly what he said. He was like,
That's why I thought so, but I don't know. I got scared.
go look it up. Minutia, the small things.
Yeah,
Right.
I told you. I said don't be afraid to look it up, Kenny. Even if you have to double check.
I was afraid.
I feel like Josh has like
You
a
can't let
dictionary
that fear
app and
rule
he
you.
fix it. Sorry.
No, my brain is the dictionary. Let me advice for the kids out there: play some video games. You'll be smarter. Your vocabulary will increase. Your vernacular tenfold. You will master the English lexicon.
I got an SAT question right from playing the Elder Scrolls. I can attest to it.
Did you really?
Yeah, sanguine was a word on the SAT.
Oh yeah, I
and,
remember that.
And the sanguine rose is an item in Skyrim. So
See, video games make you smarter.
See, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be grilled and be questioned for my time here. No, I'm not going to say it. Okay, so thank you so much for answering that question. It's really hard to think of just one. Yeah, Gluten Gang. I mean, I remember that, and it was the most random thing, and it was those random things that really
the
made your
funniest. I
time
used to be another nickname that I feel like nobody in this call, other than maybe Kai and George, would know. I used to be Ciabatta Boy as a
Yeah.
member of Gluten Gang. Good times.
Yeah, and it was like a group of you guys. Like you guys formed a cult in the office, and it was just like the Gluten Gang versus the non-Gluten Gang members, and we would just make fun of you all the time. Anyway, that's beside the point. That could be in the after party. But anyway, so I think now it's the time. Annabella Poland has been waiting here so patiently, and it's time for you to go around to each senior and just say your final words about them.
Well, that is not fair, everybody, because I have minutes to make that happen, and each of you deserves like at least 2 hours. So I'm going to address you as a group in the best way I can to make the top of the hour. Congrats on doing the one extracurricular activity that actually makes you smarter at WMSC, that makes you a better speaker, that makes you a better team player, that has the most transferable skills. Thank you for doing radio, which is something that I care so much about. Growing up, that was my companion all the time. I would fall asleep to it. And it's hard to think that younger generations are not going to have this passion for radio, to listen to a song premiere on the radio the way that I did. But you make radio fun, and you bring your own takes and creativity. And this is why I let you do your show, and I may nudge you in the right direction. But when you get to your creative zone, and I mean, so many of you here have done so in the time that you've been here, it's so fun to witness, from the cringy freshman year moments on air, which everybody thinks they can do, right? Like, it's like, oh, I can talk. I'm a human. I can do speech. And then they get on in front of a microphone, and they become very, 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 very small. And then they grow in the radio station, and their personalities, and their skills, and their qualities. And it's just so fun to watch and see. So all I can say is I cannot wait to see what you will do next. Thank you for letting me bear witness to this transformation for each of you, whether it was 4 years or just a year and a half. It's still remarkable. And what we did in the past year, in the circumstances that we were thrown into, just like a very quick moment in time, we were all in New York City, and we had to just sort of like deploy back to New Jersey, call everybody back, and bail on this conference that somehow was still happening. And then what we did in a matter of a week into the year, it was amazing. And I always will say this because it's fun when I get a bunch of text messages from all of you when you graduate. I hope you stay in touch, because that's some of my favorite things. I get text messages, Twitters, things that I say that are, they call them pearls of wisdom. And then they remind me of it like many years later. It just warms my heart in a way, in a better way, by the way. I feel like Baltimore putting a little bit of a Horcrux on each one of you, and a little piece of me gets to live with you. If I could do one thing, it would be to take any pain and any heartache that you may have suffered or are going through in this time, because it hurts, because we're family. And I will be there on graduation. I will be lining you guys up. So you better show up. And I hope you are wearing this. And if you didn't pick it up, right, you have to see me, because that's our moment to tell everyone, what did we do for 4 years? What did we do for the last year? We did radio, and you should too. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you will stay in touch.
You're listening to 90.3 FM, WMSC, Upper Montclair.
Welcome back. We are still going on into our second hour, just a little bit.
Third hour for me.
Third hour for Kenny Horn. He's been by the board since 9 a.m. and
It's
obviously
his
had
first
to drive here.
experience of a real show. You know, Kenny, before the pandemic, our shows used to be 3 hours.
I heard that.
Back in the day when the kids...
Back in my day, I used to be in the studio from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Okay, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Hey, Philippe, you were the one that made the reference that you're going to be that old man saying. So
Oh, yeah, like that coach that comes in. I mean, I
The
know.
coach walking in like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull up. I mean, I was there about a week or so ago to pick up my stole with Annabella. Spoke to her a bit. My regalia came in, by the way, Annabella, like last week.
Mine did too. I am very excited that it's going to be 90 degrees on my graduation day. Woo! Yeah.
It is better than when I graduated high school in 2013, where all 3 types of cicadas were out.
Oh
So
God.
the 3-year, the 5-year, and the 7-year all came out. It was at least 100 degrees on a turf field, not a grass field, a turf field. So that was fun.
I don't think, does Montclair wear a hood for undergraduates? Because Fordham did, but I don't think Montclair does. They have a different sort of style of gown. But I have a hood on top of my gown.
Wait, gowns have hoods?
Apparently.
Well, it's detachable, and usually when you get your master's or your doctorate, like if there's a ceremony that allows for this to happen, pre-COVID era, they usually put the hood on your back, right, as a symbol of you achieving the master's or the doctorate.
So it's like the master's version of moving the tassel to the other side.
Yeah.
I never remember what side.
So do you detach your hoods and throw them up in the air?
That would be really fun. I actually think it would be more fun if you just grab it like the soccer fans, and I'm sorry, I'm going to grab one of these and just do this. Yeah.
Like a rally towel.
Josh got it. Yeah, exactly. Like, woo. Yeah. But no, it's actually quite heavy, and it's kind of annoying because if you're wearing a hood, a little key point, wear a little button down shirt so you can attach the hood to one of the buttons down here. Otherwise it chokes you. Like it's not a good thing. So you want to have something to attach it to, or maybe like some sort of key ring type thing, and then it's not choking you, which is highly annoying. But yeah, I'll be walking like a lot of graduates with my master's crew on the 11th on Kaya's 21st birthday at 10 a.m. And I hope to God that it's, on the low 80s, because my God, I don't think I can deal with it. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. Graduations begin on Monday, by the way. I don't know if anyone here is walking because we have different colleges at the radio station, but they begin on Monday and they go through the 14th. So parking is going to be tough already today. There's a lot of parking lots that are closed. I had to park in Bond, like right by President Cole's house. There was no parking at all whatsoever. So it's going to be fun.
Oh man. And I think the 7th is when the business school. So I feel like the business school is up first for undergraduates.
Undergraduates, yeah. There's a whole commencement for us masters in business administration. That's all there is to it. Like there's no one else. There's a bunch of us apparently.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So guys, get prepared for your graduations. If you're walking, bring a bottle of water. I mean, take care of yourself. And if you plan to go to grad school, remember the tip about the hood.
That's right. And the other thing is, I don't think you have to wear masks. They sent a note out. Masks are optional, right? That's what MSU was saying for outdoors, which is actually going to be a little bit better, especially if it's hot. So it's exciting to do that. What can I say, you guys? I'm going to miss each and every one of you. I hope you don't go MIA. I'll take it personally, seriously. Josh. I told you I am fully vaccinated. I'm coming to see you. Like
that is it.
That's it.
You have no choice.
To see you. You have no choice. I'm going to show up, be like, hello, it's me. It's I.
I am the wizard. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's time for each person to go and say their final spiel, their last words. I mean, whoever would like to go first, it's totally up to you, but this is your final time on air, guys. Yeah, George.
You're up.
All right, so I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'll just give the most important spiel. If you want something bad enough, you got to fight for it. And you guys know what I'm going through. You guys know the stuff that's going on. And I'm going to work for it. And that's what I'm going to do. It's been a long 7 months since I first checked into the hospital. And I have gotten better. My cancer is in remission as of now. However, it needs to be cured. Yeah, I know. I'm still happy that it is. I came a long way. You have no idea how sick I was back in October, November. Like it wasn't a pretty sight. But I want you guys to know that cancer will never ever run me, control me, define me, because I I know for a fact that I showed enough bravery and resilience to keep going. And you know, I love this station. I can't wait to be back. And you guys just made it all worth the while. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you guys again. Take care.
He did the applause. No, George, I miss you so incredibly much. And just know that we're always here. And if you ever need someone to talk to, we're always here and we support you. You know, we lift you up. You are incredible. And we hope to see each other in person soon. And you've got this. You've totally got this. And, you know, you're just incredibly brave. And honestly, you've always had an amazing heart. And you know, we care about you so much, George, and congrats. Congrats on your last year. Yeah, so whoever would like to go next? Yeah. Yeah.
So I certainly didn't deal with the struggles that George has. I can put that easily down on paper, but you know, we all have our struggles. We've all dealt with, you know, a myriad of things. You don't know what everyone else is dealing with. But I think he put it well, where you just don't give up, keep going. You can do anything. I mean, I dropped out of college, took 2 years before I came to and transferred to Montclair. I changed my major twice now. I still finish college, you know, like I'm clearly walking next week. Dealt with plenty of mental health issues, but you know, I did what I could. Some days you do the bare minimum, and that's the best you can do. Other days you're able to work your butt off and really feel like you've accomplished something. So I think, you know, now that we've graduated, and for those who will eventually graduate, I mean, you can accomplish anything within reason. Like you can't fly to the moon, you know, with a pair of wings. Like Icarus kind of proved that. But I think if you put your mind to it, if you really try and you reach out to people in your life and others around you who can help, I think all of us can do whatever we really set our sights on.
And I think with radio, especially, you know, one of the first things that you do, kind of like your first initiation process, is when you somehow find yourself in front of a mic, whether someone pulls you into the studio or Annabella like literally puts the mic in your face and goes, speak. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't happen. But, you know, it's when you find yourself on air, you're kind of survival mode. And, you know, your confidence is low, you don't know what's happening, you're super stressed. And I feel like that's kind of what radio has done. It's, you know, put us at a place where we're being challenged all the time, whether it's like, you know, academically we're being challenged because we're learning and researching new things, or, you know, doing some more tedious things, like for instance, preparing pre-recorded shows. That's not easy. That's hours and hours on end of, you know, preparing it, scheduling it, everything. And I think it's those challenges that we overcame successfully that brings us more resilience. And it's something that it's only specific to radio, you know. And if people don't understand that, well, they don't know, because they're not WMSC strong.
Come on.
Josh
Seriously?
is like
See what,
moving
Kaya?
his head.
Kaya? Here.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I think about that?
Wow.
Unacceptable!
Wow. No, I'm doing the applause. Woo!
Nope. I have the power to play that, and you get the unacceptable.
Oh,
Wow.
the
Lame.
face.
So if you
But
guys were
that's
thinking,
true, Kaya. Like, you know, think about like fall semester. Josh had nobody helping him with, well, it was just Josh and me doing the shows. And Josh was actually carrying two director positions, as program director and production director. And I think he sort of was here when Mike Grippa was here. Shout out, Mike, if you're listening to us, because he often does. He just saw Mike live here, like, and that's what Josh did. He lived here, like, you know, college radio day. How many hours were you here, Josh? How many hours were you here for the anniversary? It was like, he's like, I'm gonna outdo everybody. I'm going to do 104 hours. And I was like, are you sure? Yes. And he was here the entire time. I was like, what is up? So yeah, he is a station in that sense. Like he's kind of like, if you think of Pirates of the Caribbean, what's the name of the guy who's attached to the to the ship? Josh, you know who?
Oh, my Davy Jones?
No, not David Jones, the dad, Turner.
Yeah.
Is it Davy Jones?
They call me Bootstrap?
Boots. That's right. That's you at the station. You're on the walls.
Rather be Davy Jones.
Okay, I'll give you David Jones. He's good. He's
This is when I tell you guys about the hidden treasure I left at the station. Nah,
Hey,
I'm just
Frank
kidding.
Ocean?
What?
No.
You didn't do what Mike Stringham did, which like wrote all over the underneath.
Oh, no, that's I was there for that. No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh, that's a new ritual. Got it. A new tradition. Got it. You guys are hearing it now. But yeah, also a special shout out to Nick Cherry. He lived in as engineering director, he lived in the office. His skateboard was there. If his skateboard was by the door, he was there and it was always there. And if you didn't find the skateboard there, then you wanted to text Nick and be like, "Hey, are you alive? Or is everything okay?" Cuz he would be there all the time. And yeah, this office is their second home for sure. Yeah, who would like to go next? Your final words. Yeah.
Haley does.
Haley.
Well, first I want to say thank you, Kai and Kenny, for hosting this today. It was lovely to like come back and kind of talk to everyone again after the semester ended. It was weird. It kind of, I still feel like I'm in the mindset of like, oh, I'm going to go back in fall, and then you realize like now you're done, and I kind of hit me the last week that like, oh my gosh, I'm also done with radio. Now being a part of WMSC. It's weird, and I just want to thank you guys. It was a big part of my last year at Montclair, especially being on the SMT, and I'm glad that I met so many people. I learned a lot, even being virtual, and it was cool. Now I can say I was part of the best station in the nation. So that's awesome.
And Haley, you were on air. Yay!
Yes, I
Got
was.
you on air. What a success.
Very last thing I do.
No, do it more. Do it more. We have alumni takeover weeks. So come back. Do a show.
Maybe. I think
Talk about
I'll
life
think
after
about
the
it.
pandemic.
I have a question. Did any of you like go on Monday after all of your finals were submitted and check Canvas to see what was due next week? Because when I finished my grad program, I did that. Wait, what? Oh, I'm done. That's right.
Absolutely not. I just hibernated.
You're like, I'm going to sleep now.
I
Thank
need to decompress.
Josh, you probably finished your semester at like 4:00 in the morning, and you're like, and it's time to play a game.
I finished it at 11:59, and I was like, I closed my laptop, closed all the tabs. I was like, did I have something that I missed? Maybe, but it's out of my hands now.
There is no better feeling than closing up your laptop after a very long day.
That Thursday. Oh man, that Thursday, May 21st, right? I think so.
It was a
awful.
Friday.
Was it Friday? I feel like
Yeah, it was a
Thursday
Friday.
had like 3 finals.
Well, that's
No.
you.
Well, that's just you.
Yeah.
Thursday was the 20th.
No, but it's kind of funny because if you look at some of the TikToks or Instagram reels, it's like people being like, and I finished my bachelor's degree at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. And it's like, that's the feeling. It's like, wow, it's over? That academic year? Like that?
Yeah, you're like, that's it. Wow, okay. Time to move on.
Cool. Summertime. But yeah. So who would like to go next? Tyler, Brian, Josh.
I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
Tyler.
Brian.
Beat me to it.
Mr. Crespo.
Professor Crespo, you're after Mr. Stampone.
Okay. Well, everyone's been saying, the things that they've been saying really makes me just think about all the experiences I've had and how it shaped my life. And I wish I knew we were going to be playing little clips of stuff, because I would have sent this to you guys to play on air. Because so in my sophomore year, I made a film, because I'm a film major, and it was about I say it's based on a true story because I think it makes it sound a little more appealing. But the movie was about a graveyard shift DJ, which I was, and he ends up taking he wants these song requests, and he ends up turning into sort of an advice hotline, and it features Josh as the station manager in the movie, and my favorite part of the movie. So I think I'd love for you guys to check it out. I'm going to put it in the little Zoom chat, and I was supposed to send it to Annabella anyways. But you guys, I think you would like it. If you want to see Josh act as the station manager, it's hilarious. But that's what's so interesting to me is I think about that all the time. I sort of took my own life experiences and chronicled them into a movie, and that's kind of how I approach my filmmaking anyways. But just the fact that my own time and what I've done at the station shaped my life enough that I can go and make a movie about it. That's what's so crazy to me, the size of the impact that my time here has had, and I'm so thankful for it. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Yeah, we should totally put that on our Discord and maybe share it on our socials because I totally want to see that. And wow, what a suspense, guys. Be on the lookout. But thank you, Tyler, for all that you've done and all of our. Josh, why are you the face that you're making right now made me think, are you frozen or
Sorry,
confused?
I realized I never realized it until people pointed out, but I pantomime whenever I'm watching something. So I was watching Tyler's thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. I didn't have a beard, and that's how I date everything: pre-beard
Ooh,
Josh
I
and
gotta see that.
post-beard Josh.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. Yeah, Kenny, I want to see it too now. What is this?
I was just pantomiming my own things, which I don't realize I do, but I get it from my mom because my sister pointed out that whenever you talk to me or her, we'll start mouthing the words that you're mouthing.
Like mother,
Yeah.
like son. Nah.
Yeah.
So we get
Oh, Kenny's doing it. All right, let's go.
He's gonna go platinum.
Jerry, I'm doing a rock history retrospective on my next show.
Nobody wants to listen to the garbage that you play anyway. You're lucky you even have.
Just brief. It was just brief.
That was 10 months ago? Was that 10 months ago?
That's when it was uploaded, it says.
It was in 2018 that we shot it.
Yeah, what was that like sophomore year?
Stuff for
you
us,
guys?
yes. Mhm.
Oh man. Oh, I still want to see it. Baby Josh, baby Tyler. Okay, so we still got Brian, Professor Crespo. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Hey, what's
Hi.
up?
How's the lesson going?
Yeah.
This is going great, just teaching some basic literature.
You should teach the children a little bit about radio.
I should teach them about
some
radio.
early recruitment.
I
Start
should.
it.
So anyway, I think what I've learned from this, or what I'm grateful for, is the opportunities that WMSC has given me. I remember I started out as just like, it's like a little guest on the newsroom with Steven and AJ and Lewis. So shout out to them. I'm forever going to be grateful for them giving me the opportunity. And, day by day, I got, I was always confident, in talking on air. And then, I met Annabelle. She gave me the opportunity. And while I did, do things virtually from home, it taught me, that I'm capable of doing things that I never thought I'd be doing, I got to book 3 interviews with 3 of my favorite bands, and the reception that I got from it was amazing. Because I never thought that I'd be interviewing people that I listened to since like my middle school days. That scene phase, we call it. And I'm always going to be grateful for you guys, I got to meet the most amazing people. Even during the year that we had, it's taught me that I got people that I can come to. People like Annabella, people like you, people like Josh, people like, Kenny.
Yes!
All you guys.
I'm important.
As many people I can shout out right now, but that's gonna take like the whole hour. And yeah, that's it really. And to George, I commend you. You've been so strong, and I'm gonna be praying for you and hope for the best for you, man. Because you're gonna kick Kansas butt. You're gonna kick its butt. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm gonna be forever grateful for WMSC. I'm definitely gonna be wearing that stolen graduation, and hopefully that alumni takeover happens because I do have in mind one more surprise guest for the station.
Do not tell me that you booked Juanes, Brian.
I'm trying.
I got just Brian direct message Juanes and Juanes saw it or something like that. I was like,
Never got an answer back though, but it's okay.
yeah, he's a busy man.
He just put out an album too, so if y'all want to stream it. But I do have one more guest.
Okay.
Maybe it's gonna be for those who listen to metalcore. I probably do have the guitarist from the Devil Wears Prada, probably. So it's gonna be interesting. So hopefully alumni takeover happens so I can give that one more final gift to the station.
Well, now we have to keep our promise. Annabella, we have to discuss. But yeah, stay rock solid, Crespo. Yeah.
Stay rock
Teach
solid.
those children. We're relying on you to have early recruities.
Of course. All right. We're going outside, guys.
All right. Awesome. So our final, I believe, right? Okay, awesome. Our final senior, the one and the only, Josh.
The one and the only. Yeah. Okay.
Josh
Hello.
Noel Tirado.
Hello.
Hello.
So my final words, I would say, 4 years. I mean, for some of us take longer, but 4 years, it's not that long of a time, So what I have to say is, if you want to do something, do it. Similar to what George said, you have to fight for it, you have to want it. But my take on that is to, live openly in that sense. I know I had some inhibitions my first couple of years, but that was just, adjusting. But if you really want something, you got to do it, and you can't feel stupid about it. This is a more sense of like production based, and even but it can translate to, more life focused. You can't feel. Oh, did I freeze? Okay, sorry. If you feel stupid, you're doing it right. It shows growth. You don't want to look back and feel like you're on the same plane that you were when you started. I look back at all the things we heard earlier, and I'm like, ooh, that's what I sound like. Especially freshman year, that stuff. I'm glad you didn't find anything from my show, The Island. Oof, I would have actually left the Zoom call. It's somewhere, but but don't live with those inhibitions or regrets. Kind of just, you got to do it, and you got to do it big when you do it. If you want something, put all your energy into it. Obviously enough energy to live reasonably as well. Don't be consumed by it, but yeah, there's a balance. But I'm saying but a lot. This is what happens when I don't know what to say off the cuff. Usually I'm pretty good at this whole improv things, but it always with the emotions. When you get the emotions involved, that's when I falter. Look at that video or that sound clip from freshman year. I didn't even know what I was saying. That's why there's so many takes. And there's probably so many of these kinds of recordings floating about in somewhere at the station. One computer, you'll find the Josh archive. But anyway, live
There's a Josh archive.
fully. I mean, among all the computers, probably.
Uh-huh.
Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to do that because I think I look dumb. Just do it, bro. Who cares? That's really the philosophy.
Dog.
Just do it, dog. Come on.
It's lit.
I don't know. I'm leaving that one in the past. Dog, I'm okay with.
Oh man. I mean, there were a lot of other things that are just not allowed to be on air, but man,
Yeah, because that was a private recording. You're digging through my.
that was not
cuts.
private.
Yes,
That was
it was.
literally set for the College Radio Day anniversary.
No, it wasn't.
It's a Josh anniversary.
Yeah, but that's what I named the file when I
Oh,
record it.
okay. So I'm gonna look for the island now.
No.
See, I didn't think I
will
didn't
come
think
to
about
your
that.
house. I
Yeah,
will
you know where I live.
destroy
I'm
your
gonna-
computer.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing that we did all together, it was such a good bonding experience. There's many moments, but it was when we did the Stranger Things spoof that like Josh directed. It's very hard to pull off like 3 different sets of places in like a single day. And somehow we managed to do that, and it looked great and it sounded great, and my car lost a headlight out of that fun experience. It was great because we shook that car to make it sound like, you know, we were like shaking and whatever.
Yeah, George and I.
Yeah, you guys on the back, like at
In our
full
sailor.
speed, headed for the for the loading dock. So that's just one of so many memories of what has been done and accomplished here. Creativity is definitely not lagging. I can't wait to see what you are going to do next, Josh. I mean, I really do hope that you are hired by a company that allows that creativity, that brain to just let the tentacles out and do what it has to do. You know, I don't think you're someone that can be molded into a company's, like, you know, rigid sort of schedule.
When you mentioned tentacles, I like shivered.
That's it. So now it's yeah. Now you're David Jones. Yes, indeed. That's
Oh
it.
man. But yeah, I think we've gone through every single senior in this call. And of course, you know, a special shout out to everyone else that's graduating this class that wasn't able to make it due to life responsibilities, summer. But Austin Jeffers, so many, Nick Cherry, so many others that
Ryan
Trick. Yeah. I mean, such a big class, actually. So many people are graduating. I always feel like every single year there's too many people graduating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Madison Everett or
Sophia and
former
Madison
music director.
Everett. Yeah. So, you know, guys, thank you so much for taking the time on 10 o'clock on a hump day on a Wednesday during smack in the middle of summer break. We totally appreciate it. And you know, I hope that we did you justice to with your final senior send off. We're going to miss you guys incredibly, and don't feel like that's it. As we've mentioned, as we stressed, as Annabella has stressed, we want you to come back. If that means spontaneous visits in the office like Kate Bronstein does and Haral Patel, do it, because we'll appreciate it, we'll love it, and we'll definitely think of something with our awesome office team as well. And I just want to say that our show has come to an end half an hour later than we expected. So Kenny was right. We're good on content. You guys have so much to say, and that's why you're radio people, and that's why we love talking on air with you guys, because you're just so much to say. But I mean, I think there were a couple of tears shed internally. I mean, no one cried. I think I jinxed it. That's what happened. I can't say that next time. But you know, it's just I just want to speak on behalf of the station that all of your work, dedication, your legacy is appreciated, and it's better than station. And Josh wrote something in the chat, and I'm trying really hard not to look at it because everyone is, you know, laughing. But you guys have all touched us, and we appreciate it, and we hope to carry on your work, and we wish you all the best. And now you guys are already muted, but I was going to say you may now mute your mics, put your mics to rest for now, and your videos, turn off your videos, and I officially declare you a WMSC alumni.